Indeed, in Matthew 5:27-28, Jesus goes beyond the mere act of adultery and addresses the intentions and thoughts behind it. He emphasizes the importance of purity not just in actions, but also in the heart and mind. By stating that looking at someone with lustful intent is akin to committing adultery in the heart, Jesus is highlighting the significance of controlling one's thoughts and desires. It's a call to address not just the external behaviors, but also the internal motivations and attitude. The idea that sin begins in the mind is echoed in various verses throughout the Bible, emphasizing the importance of guarding one's thoughts and intention. Job's covenant with his eyes to avoid lustful gazes illustrates the recognition of the role that visual stimuli can play in fueling inappropriate desires. This teaching serves as a reminder of the profound impact of our thoughts and intentions on our actions. Jesus encourages a holistic approach to morality, urging people not only to refrain from outwardly sinful acts, but also to cultivate purity within their hearts and minds. Absolutely. The distinction between outward actions and the condition of the heart is crucial in understanding Jesus' teachings on morality. It's about addressing the root causes of actions rather than merely the actions themselves. The control of thoughts and desires is an ongoing struggle for many, and it's commendable when individuals exercise restraint in their actions. However, Jesus' message challenges us to go deeper, urging us to cultivate purity not only in behavior, but also in the intentions and desires of the heart. Job's commitment to discipline his eyes and thoughts is a powerful example of consciously choosing to avoid sinful desires. It showcases the intentional effort needed to guard one's mind against lustful inclinations. The distinction between temptation and sin is also vital. Temptation itself is not sinful. It's the yielding to temptation that becomes problematic. Jesus, being fully human, experienced temptation but didn't succumb to it, highlighting that it's possible to face temptations without giving in to sinful desires. Understanding and empathizing with human weaknesses, Jesus offers a model of resistance to temptation, showcasing how a pure and loving perspective can transform the way we view and relate to others, particularly in matters of relationships and sexuality. Jesus' teachings prompt us to strive for purity, not just in our actions, but also in our thoughts and intentions, emphasizing the importance of cultivating a mindset and heart aligned with moral and ethical values. Jesus' metaphorical language about cutting off the hand or plucking out the eye to avoid sin emphasizes the seriousness of dealing with sin. He uses vivid imagery to underscore the significance of taking radical measures to avoid behaviors and influences that lead to sin. However, as Bruce rightly points out, Jesus isn't advocating literal mutilation, but rather highlighting the gravity of sin and the need for radical action to avoid it. It's about being willing to make significant sacrifices, even in aspects of our lives that seem valuable, to prevent the influence of sin from leading us astray. The idea of sacrificing a part to save the whole is metaphorical. It emphasizes the importance of prioritizing obedience to God over anything else in life. Sometimes, to maintain spiritual integrity, it's necessary to let go of things that might lead us into sin, even if they seem important or desirable. Paul's exhortation in 1 Corinthians 6:18 aligns with this concept, urging believers to flee from sexual immorality in all its forms. He stresses the significance of avoiding such sins, which affect not just external actions, but also the body and soul. It's about recognizing the unique impact of sexual sin and the need to actively resist and flee from it. These teachings emphasize the seriousness of sin and the necessity of taking proactive and sometimes drastic steps to avoid its influence, especially in areas where one might be particularly susceptible. It's about safeguarding one's spiritual well-being and honoring God through obedience and purity in thought and action. Absolutely. Both Ephesians 5:3 and 1 Thessalonians 4:3 stress the importance of maintaining sexual purity and moral integrity in the lives of believers. They highlight the necessity of living lives that reflect the sanctification and separation from sin that God desires for His followers. The heart of Jesus' teachings, particularly in the Sermon on the Mount, underscores the significance of internal attitudes and motivations. He delves beyond mere external actions and focuses on the internal state of the heart and mind. His emphasis on not just refraining from committing adultery, but also avoiding lustful thoughts underscores the depth of moral purity he expects from his followers. By highlighting that immoral actions stem from immoral thoughts, Jesus points out the interconnectedness of actions and intentions. It's a reminder that addressing sin requires more than just external compliance. It involves an inward transformation of desires and attitudes. The metaphorical language used by Jesus, such as cutting off the hand or plucking out the eye, symbolizes the radical measures needed to avoid sin. As it's not about physical mutilation, but rather a call for a radical approach in dealing with temptations. It's about being willing to make significant sacrifices and changes in one's life to safeguard against the allure of sin. In today's culture, where temptations are prevalent, Jesus' call for radical commitment to moral purity remains relevant. It's about having a profound dedication to maintaining purity in heart, mind, and actions, even if it means making difficult choices or sacrifices to avoid the pitfalls of sin.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.